The human ship moved silently through the dark side of the star system, like a lonely shadow drifting across space. It was small, old, and carried the kind of slow engines that most ships used 50 years ago. Anyone watching it would think the same thing. This ship is harmless. And that was exactly what the pilot wanted. Inside the ship, the human pilot sat alone in the control chair. His name was Captain Rion Holt, a quiet man who preferred long missions far away from crowded space stations. He liked peace, silence, and the soft hum of the engines. For him, space was the only place that felt calm. But today, something was wrong. The sensors were picking up faint signals he had not expected in this system. He leaned forward, studying the blinking lights. Multiple ships? He whispered to himself. There should not have been any here. This area was empty space, avoided by most species because of old debris fields and dying planets. But the signals were clear. They were getting stronger. They were getting closer. Rion tapped a few buttons, activating a long-range scan. The results appeared, and he felt his heart beat slow. Alien raiders. 6 ships. Fast, aggressive, and always searching for weak targets. He knew these raiders well. Everyone in the galaxy did. They attacked alone traders, scavengers, and explorers. They stole ships, stole organs, stole anything they could sell. To them, one human ship was a reward waiting to be claimed. The raiders moved into formation around him, closing every escape path with perfect precision. They wanted him trapped. They wanted him scared. But Rion did not panic. He did not shake. He simply watched as the red dots on his radar tightened the circle. A loud beeping echoed inside the ship. The raiders were sending a message. Rion pressed the button to receive it. A deep alien voice filled the bridge. Human vessel, you are surrounded. Power down engines. Surrender your cargo. Surrender your ship. You have 10 seconds. Rion did not answer. He looked calm, almost too calm for a man stuck alone in a weak ship surrounded by raiders. The ship's metal walls vibrated as the enemies fired warning shots near the hull. But still, he did not move. The raider sent another message, angrier this time. Human, obeyed the order. You are alone. You cannot fight us, Rion finally whispered. Not to them, but to himself. They do not know what this ship truly is. He slowly opened a small panel near his right arm. Inside it was a hidden switch with a warning label written in bright red human letters. Authorized personnel only, experimental system activate in extreme danger. Hurd rested his finger on the switch, but did not flip it yet. The raiders grew impatient. They began charging their weapons. Rion could see their engine glow as they prepared to attack. Each ship had enough firepower to tear his vessel into small pieces within seconds. The human pilot took a slow breath. They think this is easy, he muttered softly. They think humans are weak. Outside, the alien ships moved closer, their weapons now glowing bright orange. The leader of the raider pack opened the come again. This is your final warning. Surrender or die. The moment the message ended, a sharp alarm rang through the human ship. The enemy had locked weapons onto him. They were ready to fire. Rion tightened his grip on the control handles. His heart beat calmly, steadily. This was not fear. This was preparation. The alien ships fired, but the instant the first blast came toward him, everything inside the human ship changed. The lights flickered. The power levels jumped from 18% to 94% in 1 second. The engines roared to life with a sound that had never come from this ship before. Rion flipped the hidden switch. A deep vibration shook the deck. A cold blue glow rippled across the control screens. Systems that were once sleeping now came alive, each marked with top-secret human military codes. This was no ordinary ship. This was an experimental test vessel carrying a weapon the galaxy had never seen on, was never supposed to see. Outside, the alien weapons struck the ship's shield. The impact flashed brightly, but the human vessel did not fall apart. Instead, the shield absorbed the energy and responded with a strange pulse that traveled outwards like a wave. The raiders watched in confusion. What is this? One alien shouted to his crew. The human ship. Its energy levels are rising. That is impossible. Another cried, it is too small. It's too old. But size did not matter. Age did not matter. This ship had something else, something built only for humans to control. Rian activated the next system. A soft, robotic voice spoke through the ship. Gravity core online. He felt the deck shift beneath him as the gravity engine prepared to fire. The ship began to glow from the inside out. Bright lines of blue energy tracing across the hull like veins lighting up. The aliens panicked. Their scanners showed rising power levels. Their targeting systems glitched. Their engines flickered. "This human ship is unstable," one raider screamed. "Destroy it but before he could finish, the human ship moved. Not forward, not backward. Not sideways in the normal sense. It slid through space as if reality bent around it. The raiders stared in fear. Their sensors could not track it. Their computers could not understand it. The ship that looked weak a moment ago now moved like a ghost, silent, fast, and unstoppable. Rian's calm voice finally filled the calm. "You attacked a human vessel without warning. Now you will learn why humanity is feared." The raiders, for the first time, felt true fear. The battle had not even begun yet. The human ship vanished from the raiders' scopes for only half a second. But that half second was enough to create chaos across the alien formation. Every warning light on their bridges flashed red. Every alert system screamed. Captain Rian Holt watched their confusion from inside his cockpit. He kept his hands steady on the controls. His expression was calm, but his eyes were sharp. He knew that once the secret systems were active, there was no turning back. The raiders tried to regain tracking. "Locate the human vessel," their leader shouted. "We had him locked, find him now." But they could not. Their scanners were designed to detect normal ships, normal engines, normal physics. Eon's ship did not follow any of those rules anymore. The gravity core hummed beneath the floor like a beating heart. Blue lines of energy pulsed across the control panels. The air inside the cockpit felt heavier, almost electric. This was a weapon made by humans, one the galaxy had begged them never to build again. Rian flicked a switch. The ship reappeared behind the raiders, far closer than they expected. The alien crews spun in their seats, staring at their screens in disbelief. It jumped? No, it did not jump. It slid through space. That is not possible. But it was happening right in front of them. The human opened a channel to all enemy ships. His voice was quiet, but every word cut through the static like a blade. "You attacked an unarmed traveler. You had a choice. Now I choose." He pressed another button. The ship's hull shifted. Small armored plates moved aside, revealing a narrow weapon barrel hidden beneath the surface. It glowed with a light the raiders had never seen a cold. Dense light that looked nothing like normal energy. Inside Rian's ship, the robotic voice spoke again. Gravity lance charged. Rian did not smile. He did not celebrate. He simply gave the order. "Fire." The air trembled. A beam of twisted blue energy shot forward. It did not explode. It did not burn. Instead, it pulled. The nearest alien ship stretched toward the beam as if grabbed by invisible hands. The metal screamed. The hull crumpled inwards. The engines folded like paper. Then, in 1 second, the entire enemy ship collapsed into a compact sphere of crushed aloe silent. Fast and terrifying. The raiders froze. No weapon in the galaxy did that. No weapon could do that. They had not just witnessed destruction. It witnessed the impossible. Their leaders shouted in panic. That was not a laser. What did the humans build? The raiders tried to scatter, but Rian's ship moved again without sound, without warning. It blinked to the side, then above them, then behind them. Each position changed faster than their eyes could follow. One alien captain screamed, "How is it moving like that? It is breaking space laws." Rian locked onto the second raider ship. He spoke calmly. "You fired at me even after I held my fire. You chose violence. Now take responsibility." He fired again. The gravity lance hit the second ship's engines. Instead of crushing it completely, Rian targeted only the engine core. It imploded, sucking the back half of the ship into itself. The rest of the vessel spun wildly as alarms filled their bridge. The alien crew shouted desperately, "We cannot control the ship. Our stabilizers are gone. Mayday, May." Transmission cut out, as the damaged ship spiraled into empty space. The remaining raiders were terrified. "This is a Death World weapon." One cried, No human ship should have this power." Another shouted, "We fought a test ship. Retreat! Retreat!" Rian heard their panic through the comms. He did not feel joy or anger. He felt something simple: responsibility. This weapon was not meant to be used on anyone. It was created to show the galaxy what humans could build if they ever had to defend themselves again. It was a warning, a message wrapped inside technology. But today, it became necessary. Rian shifted the controls. His ship rotated slowly, facing the remaining raiders. He could see them firing blindly into space, hoping to hit something, anything. None of their attacks reached him. The echo shield absorbed their shots like water hitting sand. The robotic voice spoke again. "Energy reflection available." Brian ignored it for now. He wanted to give them a chance. He opened the comms channel to all ships. "Stand down," he said softly. "You attacked me without reason. You chased a harmless traveler. I have shown restraint. Do not force me to continue." But raiders did not listen. Raider culture was built on pride and fear pushed them to attack again. All 4 remaining ships turned their weapons toward Ion. They fired everything: missiles, plasma bursts, ion beams, every weapon they had. A thick cloud of glowing energy rushed toward the human vessel. Rian watched the storm approach. He did not move. He did not turn. He pressed the echo shield activation switch. A perfect sphere of shimmering light surrounded his ship. The alien weapons hit a hand, bounced off. Not sideways. Not upward, backward, straight toward the raider ships. Their own fire hit them with twice the force. Boom, boom, boom. 3 ships exploded instantly, their flames lighting up space like small suns. The last raider ship survived only because its engines failed, leaving it powerless and drifting. Its captain stared at the human vessel with horror. This is why humans are feared," he whispered. Inside the human ship, Rian powered down the weapon systems. The blue glow faded. The gravity core slowed its pulse. The lights returned to normal. He opened a direct channel to the final surviving ship. His voice was steady and cold. "You attacked a lone human ship because you believed we are weak. Carry this message home. Humanity is peaceful, but we are not helpless. Do not test us again." The alien captain trembled, nodding, even though Rian could not see him. The message was clear. The warning was delivered, and the galaxy would never forget what happened here. Asterisk. The battlefield had grown silent. Broken debris floated across the empty space, glowing faintly from the echoes of explosions. 3 alien ships were destroyed. 2 were drifting in pieces. Only 1 raider ship remained, damaged, powerless, trembling like a wounded animal hiding from a predator captain. Rian Holt sat inside the human vessel without moving for several seconds. He waited for the systems to cool down. The gravity core's soft hum slowly faded. The blue energy veins across his screens dimmed to a gentle shine. He knew the weapon could destroy worlds if pushed too far. He knew this battle had crossed a line. But he also knew something important. He had never fired first. He had only responded. The raiders had chosen violence. He had simply ended it. Rian took one long breath and opened a channel to the last raider ship. At first, there was no answer. Then a weak voice came through, shaking, scared, defeated. "Hey human, please, do not destroy us. We surrender." Rian closed his eyes. He had heard those words before, from other enemies and other battles. But this time something felt different. These raiders were not soldiers. They were criminals, yes, but they were also desperate creatures, pushed by greed and survival. He spoke firmly, yet without anger. "You attacked without warning. You hunted a peaceful traveler. You thought my life had no value?" The alien captain gulped audibly. "We were wrong. We did not know your ship carried such power." Rian's voice remained calm. "The power does not matter. You attacked because you believed humans are easy targets." Silence. A long, heavy silence. The alien captain finally replied, his voice soft and small. That is what we were taught. Humans travel alone. Humans avoid fights. Humans show mercy. We thought mercy meant weakness. Rian looked at the cracked ceiling of his ship, remembering the long history behind those words. Humans did travel alone. Humans did avoid fights. Humans did show mercy. But humans were not weak. Not then, not now, not ever. He switched on external light so the raider captain could see the human ship clearly. The weapon ports were glowing faintly, still warm, still dangerous. Look at my ship, Rian said quietly. This ship was built for peace. This ship was tested for defense. But this ship will answer violence when needed. The alien captain nodded shakily. We understand, please. Allow us to leave. Rian considered this for a moment. He could destroy them easily. He could end their threat forever. But destruction was not the human way. Not when the enemy had already surrendered. He spoke with slow, deliberate clarity. You will leave, but you will not leave silently. The alien waited, confused. What? What do you mean? You will carry a message, Rian said. You will tell your leaders, your families, your friends, tell every species you meet. He leaned forward, eyes now sharp and cold. Tell them humanity is not weak. Tell them we do not start wars. But we never run from them either. The alien swallowed hard. I swear it. Rian nodded once. Good, then listen to the rest. The alien screen flickered as Rian spoke the final words slowly, as if carving them into the stars themselves. Tell them, we travel alone because we trust ourselves. We fly old ships because we do not fear danger. We show mercy because we choose to. But if someone forces us into a fight, we will show them why humanity is feared. The raider captain bowed his head. Human, we will never attack your people again. I promise. Rian ended the connection. For a moment, he simply listened to the quiet hum of his ship. The gravity core cooled. The echo shield folded back into its hidden panels. The human vessel looked weak and harmless again. Like a small old ship drifting through space, it looked exactly the way it looked before the battle started. And that was the point. Humans did not need giant warships to inspire fear. They did not need armies. They only needed the truth to spread. One human was enough. Rian set the navigation system back on course. The stars slowly shifted across the front window as the ship turned toward its original destination. He engaged the slow engines, the same old engines the raiders laughed at before attacking him. The ship moved like a gentle whisper across the galaxy. Behind him, the final raider ship powered up weak emergency thrusters. It drifted away, smoking and broken, but alive. Inside it, alien crew members spoke quietly, whispering the story they had just survived. One of them said, the humans. They hide their power. Another replied, no, they control it. The alien captain stared at the empty space where the human ship had disappeared. We must warn the others, he said. If anyone attacks humans again, the galaxy may burn. The crew nodded. They would carry the message. They would spread the fear. They would ensure no one repeated their mistake. Far ahead, Rian Holt watched distant stars twinkle like tiny sparks. He did not smile. He did not celebrate. He simply whispered to himself, another day. Another warning delivered. The ship drifted on, alone, quiet, peaceful. But now the galaxy knew the truth. Humans may walk alone,